Hey everybody, welcome to T-Boy Cooks. I appreciate you joining. Folks, it's a great video for you today. I'm firing up my Weber Kettle. We've got some oak lump charcoal in there. We're going to reverse sear some filet mignon. Bacon wrapped filet mignon to be exact. Should be a good one. Y'all stick around.
T-Roy's chilling in the backyard grilling, cooking up some barbecue for you. T-Roy's chilling in the backyard grilling, showing you that you can cook it too. Always with the beer or whiskey, but he cooks responsibly.
Alright folks, got my charcoal going over here. Just need to add a little bit of wood, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to use a couple of small pieces for right now. See if that'll get my smoke going. Alright, my bottom vent's about a quarter of the way open. Top vent is halfway open. Again, we're smoking these at first. I'm just going to spray down. So here's my my fillets right here. Just going to spray these down a little bit real quick. First off, let me do this. Let me show you these grill pins. Alright, so I've got some different assortments of them. I think these were the original ones with the black logo on them. And then they came out with these that are kind of indentured in the top with a logo instead of being painted. But they've all got the little barbs on them. And these are the metal ones. They've got the little barbs on them right here. As you can see, little barbs on them. Love these things. And now they've got these ones that are food safe. And we're going to check these out. See how well they work on these steaks. Alright, I need a blue one and a green one, because what we're going to do is use these to be able to tell which steak is cooked at what temp. Oh man, y'all check out the barbs on these things. Yeah, these barbs on this one's a lot more serious compared to the old one. See if I can get you close on that. Can y'all see the barbs on that? Check that out, man. Serious barbs on that one. Alright, so I don't need the metal ones here. Now, these steaks came with the little pins in them. And I will say, I got gypped on this one. This is actually like two small fillets that either they started cutting it to butterfly it, or they just messed up, man. Put two of them together. Alright, so I'm taking the little metal pin out. And let's do this one. Let's do this one more like a well done. Nah, yeah. Let's do this one like a well done. So I'm just going to stick the pin where the metal pin was, just like that. That should hold that bacon on there. Do the same thing with this one. Take the metal pin out. Here's the end of the bacon. Gonna pop that baby in there, right there at the very end there. That's all we need right there. Get these metal pins out of the way. Now what I'm going on with is some of this Smiling Swine BBQ. This is their steak and chop rub. I've showed it to you in the past. This is some really good stuff. It's got a lot of herbs and different seasonings in there, along with a lot of pepper and stuff. I have had that before. That is very, very good, but I don't think I've done a video on it yet. Just gonna coat my steak with a little bit of some cooking spray there, some olive oil. Heck yeah, man. Seeing all kind of cool stuff in this rub, man. Here we go. And I'll put links in the description box for all this stuff down below. I'll just click show more. Alright, my buddy Dan over at Grill Pinz, P-I-N-Z folks, Grill Pinz with a Z. He actually sent me these steaks to use in the video, so I appreciate that, Dan. Alright, we're going to let these hang out a little bit, let some smoke start happening over here, and then I'll bring you back shortly. We'll stick the steaks on. Alright folks, I got some nice smoke coming out of here now, so my fire is ready. All I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see down here, I've got the original charcoal pans down here that came with the Weber Kettle. That's what I'm using down here. And I didn't fill them up. Filled them maybe, that one's filled up and this one's maybe halfway full up. Alright, so we're just going to put these over here. Let these start developing some smoke flavor on them. And I'll check them here in about 5 minutes and see where they're at. It's been about 10, 12 minutes, somewhere in that time range. Let's give them a quick check and see where we're at. Let's see. Alright, that one's got the green pin. I'm going to cook this one for Karen, so more like a medium well. And this is the one with the blue pin. I'm going to cook this more like a medium rare. I don't know if y'all can see where we're at here. Tell you what, the bacon is crisping up pretty good. It's cooking up real nice. See where we're at. Alright, 93, 92 there. So Karen's is actually cooking faster. 101. Cool. Alright. I was thinking that maybe I'd take this one off and let this one finish cooking a little bit more before we sear both of them, but heck, man, they're looking good. Alright, folks, it's been another about 4 minutes. Let's see where we're at. Alright, this one is holding 118 right there. This one, 122. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pull mine off. Again, mine's got the blue pin. We want to make sure it doesn't cook all the way because we're doing a medium rare on that one. And Karen still has a little bit left to go, but not much. What did I say, 118? Yeah, 118 or so. Alright, we're going to give that a few more minutes, maybe a couple of minutes with some smoke. And then we're going to pull that one, and then we're going to let these coals get hot. We'll bring y'all right back. Alright, it's been another minute and a half, 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and pull Karen's off. And folks, again, the reason that you're using these different colors is, man, if you've got a bunch of different steaks on here, flip-flopping them around and stuff, you don't know, you can't remember which one is which and which one you're cooking for somebody specific with a certain doneness range. So, again, I'm using the blue to signify we're doing this medium rare, or medium. And then this one's more like a medium well because it's got green. Alright, I'm going to leave the lid off of this. We're going to let these coals get really screaming hot again. And then we're going to sear these up. And if need be, we're going to sear the bacon a little bit too. Kind of crispy it up because I know Karen likes it crisped up. Alright, my coals are hot. I'm going to go ahead and throw Karen's on first. Just like so. Give that about 30 seconds. Then I'll throw mine on. Alright, I actually gave that one a minute. I'm going to go ahead and throw mine on there. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting a little flame going on. Get a little kiss from that oil and stuff on there, man. Of course, filet mignon doesn't have a whole lot of grease in it, but that bacon sure does. Let me tell you what. I'll go ahead and rotate this a little bit. Like that. There you go. And rotate mine a little bit. Like that. Alright, let's give hers a flip. I give mine a flip. Real time here, man. Real time. Looks like the pins are holding up like they should with the heat. See this one over here a little bit. Are they both looking good? Rotate that a little bit. Rotate mine a little bit. Go ahead and pull mine. Bacon looks pretty good on mine. I'm not worried about that. Let's check this one out. I think Karen wants her bacon a little bit more done. I'm going to go ahead and sear it just a little bit real quick. I think her steak's probably done though. Ooh, that's hot. And that's where the pin is. I don't want to hold that on there too long. Alright, let's cut into these steaks and see what we got. First things first, take this grill pin out. There we go. And these are 500 degrees safe Fahrenheit, so I would imagine you can put these in a dishwasher. I'm not sure, but I want to check the website, grillpinz.com. Let's cut into this bad boy, see what we got here. What you say? I'm going to cut right in the middle. This is Karen's. Yeah, nice medium well. Looks real nice. Cut me a nice slice off of here. Some of that bacon. Oh yeah, baby. T-Roy, nice bacon wrap stuff. Let me get some of that bacon right there. Alright, we're going to eat that piece right there. Move this back. Again, we got this grill pin right here. The Grill Pinz, let's check that out. There you go. Alright. Is this the one that was split? Yeah, this is the one that was actually cut in the middle there. So I'm just going to go follow that. There you go. Just like that. There you go. It's pretty nice, man. It's like a nice medium rare. There you go. We'll cut some of this. Set this one off to the side. Give me some of that bacon right there. And put that on there, baby, right there. Alright, you see the difference in these. This is more like a medium to medium well, I guess. And this one, this is still like a medium rare. Both look really nice. I want this medium rare one first because that's the way I like mine, but we're gonna give them both a try. Alright guys, we're gonna check out this one that had the blue grill pins in it. This is the one that I cooked for me, medium rare. And it is really medium rare actually. Down the hatch. I'm gonna tell you what, man. Filet mignon is really, really good. But to get the best out of a filet mignon, you really have to cook it like a rare to medium rare. Man, I'll tell you what. Smiling Swine BBQ's rub, that chopping steak rub. Links down below. Y'all check this out, man. And his other rubs are good too. Really, really good. All right, let's try the other one. This is the one that had the green grill pins in it. This is the one I got for Karen. It's more like a medium well, probably like a medium though. That's what it looks like. Man, that is so good. Outdid myself on that one, y'all. That's really good. It's got a really nice smoke flavor from that oak lump. And that bacon was cooked up, except for Karen's. I had to crisp it up a little bit because she likes it a little crispy, but that bacon on mine was scrumptious. Really, really good. Bacon wrapped anything is good. And folks, if you do wrap bacon on your veggies, on your meat, or anything else, man, get you some Grill Pinz. I'm telling you. These things work fantastic, folks. A lot better than those pins that you use or a toothpick that burns up in the grill. Get you some Grill Pinz. These ones that are different colors, they really help if you're cooking a bunch of different kind of steaks and stuff. You can tell what doneness every one is because of the color of the grill pins you put in there. Give them a try. Links will be down below, folks. Hope y'all enjoyed this. If you did, give me some thumbs up. Hope you share the video. And when you do, please tell all your friends that T-Roy cooks responsibly. Cheers, everybody. We'll see y'all next time.